the Steam Deck sales have reportedly plummeted into oblivion, and this is by Jacqueline Thomas over at IGN.
For years, the Steam Deck was essentially a budget all-star among gaming PCs, even when more powerful handhelds like the Xbox Ally X started coming out. But in the months following Valve's price increase for its handheld, it seems like demand for the Steam Deck has absolutely cratered. Right now, it looks like the Steam Deck is selling up to 82% fewer units than it did last year, according to the same napkin math done by Boiling Steam via Gizmodo. The blog is based on the Steam Deck slipping from a near constant 5th place on the Steam top sellers chart down to around 14, which is theoretically a massive 72% drop in revenue. Obviously, these aren't official numbers, and it's unlikely that Valve will ever actually share exactly how many Steam Decks it's selling these days. Either way, though, it's not exactly surprising that the Steam Deck isn't moving as fast as it used to. However, there is a chance that the Steam Deck may grow more popular again. Valve is far from the only company raising prices on its handhelds, and if devices like the white Xbox Ally go up in price, the Steam Deck will start being competitive again. Then again, there's going to be the same amount of people that won't be able to afford Valve's prices, even if they aren't any cheaper options. Now, there's other factors that play into account here, is the fact of that they're not talking about. Now, obviously, we're going tomatoes here because, handhelds are home consoles, but Steam Machine's coming out, in the near future, and people are excited to play that. Like, yes, the handheld ability is a convenience that is nice, but obviously the Steam Machine will be able to output more power, and like with any RAM, any graphics cards that that come out, they want to get the best possible thing. So I feel like that since that's in the cards, people may want a more powerful option. If they're going to pay, outrageous prices, it's like, hey, let me just pay for one that I know will give me the power I need to run the games. Or you could just invest more in your PC, but I digress. That's neither here nor there. The other fact is, I think around the time that Steam Machine was announced and unveiled, I know they didn't officially confirm it, but they did hint at they were already looking at specs for the next Steam Deck, like the Steam Deck 2 or whatever, looking to see how they wanted to do it and if it would be feasible to put out rather than just cut the Vita to the PSP and make sure it had support and everything like that. So with that maybe being a possibility, or if there's better options that come out via the handheld, they might want to, I don't know. There is multiple factors that they could go that, also play in to why the Steam Deck sales have plummeted, but the pricing, a 72% drop in revenue, and going from number 5 on the sales charts to number 14 is really concerning. But again, when you make egregious price, because yes, all the manufacturers,
$300
exactly,
increase.
and it's I get it, right? Because they have to lock in the prices for RAM, or otherwise they just don't get calls back. I remember talking about that story, which is just bonkers in itself. And you do egregious price increases that are not aligned, because again, yes, our Xbox and PlayStation creeping up on that $1,000 price range are already there, yes, but at least it's been a slow burn and it's been reasonable by market standards price increases. The Steam just basically got full of themselves, raise it $300, and it's raise it $400, right? It was like an auction house. I'll take $300 over here.
It's like when Darth Vader tells Lando Calrissian, it's like, I've altered the deal, pray I don't alter it again.
Exactly. That's a perfect example, but yeah, I don't know, man. I get it, but also they also did it to themselves, I feel like.
Yeah, it's, to Michael's point, it's sales are plummeting after price hikes. You don't say. It's just well, duh. That just makes perfect sense. I think this is one of those things. It's okay, we're raising the prices. There is still, an aftermarket kind of thing where you can get these used and all of that. But there are other competitors out there. It does talk about the Xbox Ally and all of that, where you can get the less powerful version, which is about the same power as the Steam Deck, for a little bit cheaper. When you look at handhelds and all of that, there are other things that are coming out that are actually way more affordable, and one that is out right now is actually this little bad boy, which I look at it and I'm like, dang, this thing is pretty nice. It's called the AYN4. It's pretty much like a DS. It can play a lot of the same stuff that a Steam Deck can play, but it's super portable, and it's only $259 for, the light version. I'm curious. Okay, even the max, 1 terabyte of storage, $579. You're still way under the price, even if you wanted to drop down, like this is still way more affordable than even, you know, the Steam Deck that you got going on and everything.
Right.
I think it's one of those things you look at it and people are just trying to survive. Like they only have so much money. So why would they spend that hard earned money on, like I say, every week? Gaming is becoming a luxury thing. So $1,000 on a handheld? No. Where people are literally modding PSPs, Vitas, all of that, and it looks super dope. And I'm like, dang, should I mod my stuff? Or, you know, it's like, I don't really need to, but it's cool at the same time. There's so many different options out there that it's like Steam Deck isn't necessary. Neither is really an Xbox. I had this conversation today, Derek, with a colleague at work, and he's like, dude, he's like, I want to get an awesome gaming room. He's like, could you help me? I was like, yeah, man. You know, like, what are you thinking? He's like, I'm thinking about like an 85-inch TV and an Xbox. And I'm like, okay, like what is your, you know, price range? He's like, you know, I'm thinking like maybe like $1,200. I'm like, okay.
So you're buying just the Xbox, right?
I'm like, okay. I was like, well, a lot of things are more expensive because of all of these different things. I was like,
if
are
you
you
can find an
wanting
85-inch TV for under, you know, for within that budget, go off, King, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, you know, the Xbox is like close to $1,000 right now. And he was like, what? He's like, no way. And I was like, yeah, and it's about to go up again. He was like, that's ridiculous. And I literally told him, I was like, buy secondhand, go on Facebook Marketplace. You can get it for cheaper than what it would be listed normally. Like, you know what I'm talking about normally. Yeah. And he was like, man, he was like, that is insane. And I was like, yep. Thanks, AI.
Yep.
Thanks, data centers. It's just like when people are in the sphere, but then it's like, oh, well, I want to buy a Switch 2, and which is about to go up in price in September. It's like we are continuing to see these things happen because of market and all of that. They're not going to take that huge of a loss. Steam already said they're not going to be a loss. They're not going to do it as a loss leader. Both the Steam Deck and the Steam Machine, which the Steam Machine is currently out. It came out on June 29th. I think the big thing is, like, back to Michael's point, sales are plummeting after price hike. It's not really that crazy of a concept. And I think we will see less consoles sell in the next
100%
few years. And dude, I heard somebody talking about it's like, oh, PlayStation 6 and the new Xbox next year. I'm like, if y'all launch these, y'all are going to be eaten alive. Like this is going to be like French Revolution style with like the tech space. Like it's not going to go well.
I mean, especially when we buy them and then sell it for 3 times the price they paid for it. But that's going to be it.
I don't think so, because the margins won't be there. Nobody's going to buy a PlayStation 6 for $1,500 and then try to sell it for $3,000. Nobody, like, they're not going to do the volume that they did with PlayStation 5s.
Oh, 100%.
Because it's like, okay, well, it was 500, now it's 1,000, but I don't know when I'll get it. I can make that work. $3,000? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's insane with all of that. Dan says, I thought Xbox was going clown and wasn't going to do consoles anymore. They're doing one last console.
Yeah. Supposedly.
It's called Helix at the moment, Project Helix, and they are really pushing it. So they are doing one more. I would not hedge my bets for 2027. It's just not.
No.
Especially
not feasible.
Especially after GTA comes out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They can't do that again.
It would have been smarter to get, like, if you were going to do a new console generation, get it out before the new GTA so you sell the console. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The PS4 and Xbox One came out. Now, granted, it was like a couple months, it wouldn't be a year if it hit 2027, right? GTA didn't come to PS4 and Xbox One till a year after. The consoles had already been launched. You can't do that again.